Hi, I'm Sally Simpson, and together with my husband Tom, we're licensed real estate agents for Better Properties, Valley Associates in Orting. A little about my background. As you can see, I'm old, so I've been around here for a while. I started out my real estate career in commercial real estate in Greenwich, Connecticut, moving companies out of New York City into Connecticut, and I moved here in 1976. I was mostly in commercial real estate until I got rid of all the money for commercial properties and found that I needed to do houses. So while I was working for a contractor in Des Moines, building apartment buildings and office buildings, I found that the federal government was going to be starting a new program called the 203K loan for rehabbing America's existing housing stock. So at that time, the Port of Seattle had hundreds of houses that needed to be moved. So I put together a group of investors, and we went in there and bought a bunch of houses and did the first 203K loan, which was a pilot program with Continental Bank, which is now Home Street Bank. And what I learned out of that is only do one house at a time. So what I'm here today to tell you about is the difference between the FHA programs. We also have conventional programs. There is a lot of different financing programs out there that help us to fix up the houses that we buy. What it does is it gives us the money to buy the house and to fix and to do the improvements. It's a little bit different than walking into your house that's brand new with all the pretty nice in that you have to kind of work it backwards. So first, I want to start off by telling you there's two different types of FHA 203K loans. And it's really kind of critical to know who those bodies are that are doing what, because each house is going to dictate where one should go for the loan so that you're not having a cardiac arrest. We have the 203K has evolved into a full 203K, which lets you move walls and add-on rooms. So if you have a 2-bedroom and you need a 3-bedroom, we can make a 3-bedroom. If you have a duplex and you want to make it into a single-story house, you can do that. You can do almost anything under the 203K full. And you can spend as much money as is warranted with the appraisal. With the Streamline 203K loan, that's based primarily for those cosmetic fixers. Those are those thousands of repos that I'm looking at every day, where the homeowners weren't making any money. They've been kicked out of their house, so they kicked their house on the way out the door. So the carpet is shot, it needs new paint, it may need a couple of gutters, etc., etc. You can spend up to $35,000 on actually 30, because we want $5,000 for reserves, $30,000 worth of improvements on a Streamline 203K. Those are pretty simple in the fact that there's 2 draws involved in a Streamline finance, where the lender will disperse 50% of the cost of the improvements on the first draw so that you can go out and get the materials and everything necessary to complete the project, and then the second draw is the final payments to the contractors. You can only have up to 3 different contractors, so if there's more than 3 items that need to be fixed, i.e. carpet, paint, and plumbing, then you'd have to have a general contractor in there in order to do it properly. Now that brings up a point that almost every buyer comes up with. Well, I just want to buy the house and then I'll go in and fix it. Well, the truth of the matter is the bank who is loaning you the money is just not going to take your word for it. They've been down that road and they've been burnt much too much to allow you to do that. So it's the person loaning you the money that makes the rules, and I learned that a long time ago. He who has the gold makes the rules, so we have to follow the rules. So the reason for this tape is to let you know that we're going to be holding seminars at libraries throughout Pierce County and King County so that you can meet the people who do the inspections and who put the loans together, so that you as a buyer can go out there and figure out how to get these houses and fix them up. So if you would call me at 253-891-9456, I can let you know where the program's going to be held. It's only a 2-hour class. We'll feed you lunch, and you can ask whatever questions you have. So if you're in the home buying process and you've seen as many junkers as I have, give us a call today and let us show you how to make this junk into reality. And I'm going to show you a few pictures of the before and after. Again, our telephone number is 253-891-9456.